Last time, the city of Quickville was under the terror or Mary Lee Walsh. Christian Crystal and the Electric Hedgehogs battled with her squad of jerk-offs and giant cad chef. The pretty soldier, Sailor Megtoon, and Majiji showed up in the nick of time to help. Just as Christian was about to finish the witch, she turned the tables, and now she has Crystal in her clutches. Stay tuned to see who will triumph in Part 2. Episode 14, Evil is Afoot. Christian, says Walsh, waving the scepter of Count Graduan, if you ever want your sister back, you and your crew will bow down to me and surrender your hearts and souls upon my clutches. Ha ha ha! Easy on my handle, witch, thinks Graduan. On the other side of the road, Chris and his allies look on in horror. Darn, thinks Chris. She's so high up. One wrong move and Crystal may become worse than heart-shattered. What should we do? Overconfident Mary Lee Walsh continues to laugh. Ha! 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 But then, out of nowhere, a boomerang strikes her on the head, knocking her off her flying broom. At the same time, a beam of energy levitates the mirror containing Crystal and lowers it to safety. Behold the power of the inspired knight, says Darkbind Sonichu, catching his boomerang. Behold the power of the well-trusted dog, says Patty, maneuvering the mirror. Yay! Patty-chan and Darkbind came to help, says Rosachu. I met Patty at the mall earlier, she thinks, and who doesn't remember DB? With effort, Patty moves the mirror away from Mary's influence. Suddenly, Mary regains her composure. Wasting no time, Sailor Megtoon goes on the offensive. No one messes with my sweet friend's heart, she says. Unless they like super heavy metal. Megtoon rockin' hurricane. Magic rockets playing off again. I'll be back with more terror, says Walsh as she teleports away from Megtoon's powerful attack. 2 hours later, at the mayor's office, the chaotic combo, Magaji and Patty, sit at the conference table. Some discuss the day's battle, while others brood over their own thoughts. I had this dream that I was seeing my father with long hair in the mirror, says Sonichu. Aw, thinks Rosachu, as she listens to his story. My sweet Bolt is so stressed, I can tell from his shaky knee. Patty watches the door, waiting for Chris's return. Crystal will be well protected in my sphere, she thinks, but poor Chris. I sure hope she doesn't go after my friends on Paradise Isle, thinks Magaji. I sense 2 more crystal balls nearby, thinks Darkbind. But I need to wait before I search for them. Selena. I wish they'd hurry up, thinks Wild Sonichu. What terror do you think may happen? Asks Bubbles Rosachu. I don't know, says Angelica, but Mary is truly a wicked witch. I'm missing my samurai pizza cast, thinks Punchy. Chris and Magichan Sonichu enter the room. I'm afraid it doesn't look good for Crystal, says Magichan. That love-hating witch did a real number. No, says Sonichu. This is the worst. She made about as hard as Chris's dream coming true. Grrr. Rosachu takes his hand. Sweet Bolt, I'm just as worried as you, and it looks very bad, she says. But I'm certain there's a way to free Crystal, so there's no need for a bombastic tone. Speaking of bombs, says Bubbles, wasn't Bionic just totally to bomb at this last b-ball game? I think he'll win it for the Lancers all the way. I know, says Angelica, and he has yet to beat his own record of 125 baskets in one game. Then again, the ball has to be shared between him and team. He's so generous. What a dreamboat, they both think. Bionic the Hedgehog, grumbles Wild. If I wasn't kicked off the team for Musu of Vinyl Defense, I could have easily broken his record, and I could have had the ladies for my choice. Ladies, muses Punchy. One time I thought strength impressed them greatly, but they would rather date a man with a sport ball than a man of iron glory. Sheesh, says Magaji. Boys can get so darn jealous when they can't ever find themselves a pretty girl to be with, or otherwise they're feeling so lonesome. In rare cases, it gets so bad that one jealous man can detest 99.9999999999996% of the world male population, excluding himself and those within the margin of error remaining percentage. Magaji, says Patty, not all men are like that. Well, for a time, Chris was one of those rare cases. Since he met Megan, his eyes were reopened, and his heart made a miraculous recovery. Yet, during his 25 years on Earth, he's been kind and sweet at heart. He's the coolest. Patty, you're just saying such flowers because you're his dog, argues Punchy. No way, I love him truly, she says. Yeah, well, Enough, says Chris. Yes, it is, says Magichan. More importantly, we've tried every spell, trap, poke power, and trainer abilities we had, as well as every attack we could muster, but it was no use. However, we did come to a conclusion that the only thing that weakened the glass a bit was the power of the crystal Sonichu ball, out of 7 we had on hand. We will need the power of all 7 to pull Crystal out of the Dark World. Similarly, if we cannot acquire the 7 crystal Sonichu balls, the power of the 7 Chaos Emeralds should open the portal as well. As Magichan holds up the yellow Sonichu ball to show to the group, it begins to glow. Huh? He asks. My 2 balls, thinks Darkbind, as the red and cyan Sonichu balls on his belt also begin to glow. Thinks Magichan. Looks like Darkbind has secured 2 Sonichu balls ahead of us, for his beloved Princess Selena Rosachu. Why do the crystals have to attract each other, Darkbind wonders. I cannot be deprived of my balls, yet I need all 7 to awaken my beloved Zelina. It seemed like just yesterday we were a blushing couple, strolling through Rule Quick, ever so happy. But on the night of her ball, the evil wizard Clawdorf cursed eternal sleep over our princess as he unleashed the power of the crystal Sonichu balls from the ancient tablet. Well, it backfired on him by turning Clawdorf to stone. Zelina, sob, collapsed into slumber as I was about to propose to her. I was devastated. I heard his demonic cackle echo through Rule Quick. I then swore that I would retrieve the balls and lift his curse from my beloved princess Selena Rosachu. Darkbind's thoughts are interrupted when he and the others hear a powerful explosion. Something's happening downstairs, Chris says. Sonichu, Magichan, come with me. Everyone else, stay here until further notice. 1 floor below, at the jewelry store, we find Black Sonichu following a new green hedgehog as they depart from the scene of their daring daylight robbery. Behold, this Sonichu ball is the first of many keys towards my global reign, says the green hedgehog. He holds up the purple Sonichu ball. Behind him, Chris and the others have teleported in. Hold it, fiend, says Chris. You will not get away so quickly after such a loud disturbance. Ah, yes, thinks the mysterious villain. The goody-goody sad-sack virgin is in the house. Dark Hedgehog power, he shouts. Dark Dome Stadium. Sonichu, Magichan, charge, orders Chris. Before Sonichu can attack, Black Sonichu intercepts him. Stay back, Sonichu. Leave my master alone, he says. Insolent pest, says the green hedgehog. As Black Sonichu levels Sonichu with a mock punch, he swats away Magichan with a shadow ball. No, says Chris, watching as both hedgehogs fly past him, dazed. Sonichu! Magichan! Chris then finds himself engulfed in the evil hedgehog's dark energy field. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, he says. You! Where in the wide world of extreme sports are we? And just who are you? Ha! 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 Laughs the green hedgehog. We are in the dark dimension of my creation. Everyone else remains in Quickville, so it's just the 2 of us here. As for who I am, if you recall the ancient prophecy from where you got your powers, if the metal is plunged into darkness, even for just a few minutes, upon the one who looked similar to you, and had your first name spelled in reverse, the Dark Sonichu medallion would be created, and the victim would have the sleeping evil within him awakened and emerge. I vaguely remember such a detail, admits Chris. I may have missed the fine print, but that doesn't place a name yet. Who are you? Very well. I was the adopted child, known simply as Natesirk Giovanni. In this form, I am Reldnak Hatak, Sonichu. But of my true form, I am very similar to you, Christian Weston Chandler. But I possess very opposite traits and characteristics compared to yours. I am darkness. I am evil. I am open. I am Reldnak Not So Natesirk.